Welcome to my garden. Well, it's actually our front yard, but we do have extra garden beds here. Figure we might as well use whatever space we have to grow food and grow flowers. Just make ourselves happy. I'm currently sitting on our charming covered front porch. But let's take a tour of what we've got going on here. It's not a lot, just a few little things here and there. But it'll be still a work in progress. This bed, Juan built last year. Makes the walkway a little bit nicer looking. And I have two huge daisy plants growing here right now. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers since childhood, really. Not bloom yet. Soon, soon, soon though. And down here we have a couple of little planters with some parsley. This is peppermint, and then I have basil over here. Now these two were actually part of a three-tiered fountain that we had in the backyard that the pump broke and we decided not to fix it. And the base is sitting over there. So we thought, well, you know what, we might as well turn it into a planter, really, at the end of the day. Let's use it. There's nothing really wrong with it. So we bring the whole thing here, we set it up right over there. And then that big storm that happened in early June, the one that had the tornado that went through and did a lot of damage in Uxbridge, it hit here too. We were without power for like 5.5 days, but it blew the fountain over and smashed parts of it to pieces. So we couldn't really put it together as a fountain anymore. But I thought, well, you know what? See, when you get lemons, you make lemonade, right? So I made planters out of everything. Here's two of them. This little corner bed too Juan put in here, and this lily plant has always been growing here. It was an existing plant from the previous owner. And then I have 2 containers of basil here and here. And then this is a Granny Cantrell heirloom tomato. That was a, like you know, I grew all of my tomatoes from seeds. And not everything could go into the garden, so all the few that I had left over, I thought I'll try and find places for them somewhere. And Granny ended up right here. So good for you, Granny. This bed was existing when we bought the house. I didn't like any of the plants that the previous owner had in there because I'm not much of a shrub person. I, you know, even though I'm not great with flowers, I prefer flowers and flowering plants over shrubs, like tree-style shrubs. So I uprooted everything, we changed it around, and now it's mainly herbs back here with a few other flowering plants. And I have like a container of parsley here, and that's the actual, I think that's the part that would have sat on top of that one for to support the second tier on top. I just put it in there as a decoration. It's not much use otherwise. So I have oregano growing, and this is a Rose of Sharon. The little pot right down there is some thyme, and I have some blue flowers, purple flowers, I don't know what they are, lilies, some more oregano, like I don't have enough here, thyme here, and this is a peony plant. And then this is a summer savory that has a tomato plant growing out of it. So this is what happens when you put seeds in your compost. You get little surprises like this. I am going to just leave it there and see what happens, actually. You never know. Russian tarragon. Up here is a parsley container where it looks like someone ate my parsley. So I got one left here, but parsley, when it gets going, it goes. So it should be all right. I have a few, these are asparagus plants here. More purple flowers. Sage. This is, hi, here's little daddy long legs. Hi, guy. This is sage from last year, and no, we don't want that. I put these in this year. Rosebush. I only have 2 surviving rose bushes. It's a plant that I, well, you know, hit or miss with me, but I keep trying. But this has been growing since we first moved in, so I think it's done well. So this is the base of the fountain, and I have lots of zucchini in here growing, and you can see there's a nice one right there. There's about 12 zucchinis actually growing in this one right now, like little fruits on the, there's 4 plants, but 12 fruits on it. And then this is mostly flowers. There are perennials with some annuals. This is a hyacinth bean. It's a vine that grows pods that look like beans on them, and things like this. These are perennials. I just planted them this year, so they're all just young. They'll look better in a few years. This is my permanent asparagus bed. So I have all kinds of asparagus growing here. I just did these from seeds this year, so we'll see what happens in about 3 years from now. That's how long it takes to get a crop, apparently, with some oregano growing in it. And then this is the main bed. So I have 2 beds here that have corn in them. And at the end I have 2 squash plants. The containers along here are, again, full of zucchini, tons of zucchini. It's good for muffins, breads, roasting, barbecuing. Some little plants here, and it looks like somebody busted this guy. Oh, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Zucchini. These are basil plants here. More zucchini, more zucchini. And it looks like Charlie Chipmunk's been in here too. Look at this. That's sunflower. Bye-bye. This is my special friend. This is Henry. Henry watches over the garden here in the front, although he's obviously not very good at keeping Charlie Chipmunk out of it. Henry here came and visited us one Halloween, and he's never left. It's good to see you again. Against the wall here, I have clematis and honeysuckle growing, and there are 3 nasturtium plants on the ground there. And then in the corner we have, actually no, this would have been the part that goes on the top of the fountain over there. And this is a table queen squash growing out of it. It needs water, but I'll have to wait till the heat goes down later on tonight before I give it some water. And I tried to grow parsley here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to survive. But, you know, that's okay. I'm fine with that. So, that would be the gardens in the front. Like I said, we try to use up whatever space we have. Grow as much food as we can for ourselves. Try to eat as healthy as possible. Still like our ice cream and stuff though, so whatever. It's all good. But that's the front yard. I hope you enjoyed my gardens. I certainly do. And thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you soon. Ciao for now.